Hello, my name is Simple Minds. I'm not gonna give you that fucking cheesy opening, the fucking intro. Fuck that. These are two men fucking talking about working hard, earning your shit. You don't deserve shit. You need to earn your shit. Go ahead and introduce yourself, pimp.
It's the Chizbiz man, and this is something that you're gonna learn that we have because we're older people. So pay attention, you know.
You know what, Chiz? Just go ahead and start talking about, some recent shit that's happened in your life and who's motivated you and inspired you to bust your ass to earn everything you've got in this fucking life.
All right, first of all, it's my father. That's number one. And just like the other day, I found out he woke up like 6 in the morning and he's telling my mother, he's like, there's something wrong. He has a real pain in his chest. Now, 2 years ago, he had a quad pass on his heart, so he pretty much has a mechanical heart and all that. So, rush him to the hospital and ambulance, and you know, it's scary. So, what I learned from, I'm all getting already flustered. Fucking simple.
No, man, just fuck. Do you, man? Just fucking.
So, what I'm trying to say is that not knowing what's gonna happen to him kind of scared me. But what I know is one thing, that if something were to happen to him, by the way, he's actually doing all right, and it ended up not being anything to do with his heart. He ended up having just a small case of pneumonia. He's gonna be all right, thank God. And if he were to leave me and my family, I know they left me one thing that he never even told me, but he showed me by his actions, was dedicate yourself to your work, whatever work you do. Don't be lazy about it, and respect what you got if you earned it, because I watched this man from the time I can remember go to work. Sometimes at one point he had 3 jobs. And what I do now is that every time I say like, damn, man, I don't feel like doing my job today, man, I think back and say, my old man, I watched him go to work with kidney stones. Now, I don't know if anybody had kidney stones, but my old man was a baker, and he had to stand up all night. And imagine the pain, if anybody knows, standing there hurting and still working, because he knew if he didn't go to work, he wouldn't have money to support his family.
Wait, hey, I gotta interrupt you real quick because some of these people don't understand how painful kidney stones are. Kidney stones, they say, are more painful than giving birth.
Yeah. So imagine that. And 2 years ago when he had, I'm gonna get back to another quick thing about how strong and dedicated my old man was, that makes me dedicated to what I do. This man was having pretty much for a week, he was having problems, feeling hot. He just didn't feel right. He always have to get outside, get the air, but he still continued to work. And on the night that he came home that morning, he suffered a major heart attack. He actually finished what he was doing, drove 35 minutes home, and just to go on his couch and die pretty much. But lucky he was saved. And I remember asking him in the hospital, I said, why didn't you say something there? And what he said to me is like, I had to finish my job because that's what they paid me to do. And if I had to die later, at least I know I finished the day's work that I earned. And that's some crazy shit, man.
Dude, that actually sends chills through my fucking spine because you don't see that anymore, man.
No.
There's a lot of people feel like they deserve something. Like, I deserve that shit. Motherfucker, you need to earn it. Period.
You gotta earn it.
You don't deserve shit.
No, but you know what? No one deserves nothing. You gotta go and earn it, man. And number one is earn the respect of the people around you, to say that motherfucker's earning something there, man. He's not just trying to get a handout or live off the system or just do it half-assed. And that's another thing. My father never did a half-ass. And by the way, when I was like 11 years old, he actually took me because I had no idea. A baker, what do they do? You see like jokes or something on TV. I fell asleep within like 2 hours at 11 years old. This man was busting his ass, and you have to 100-pound bags of flour. You mix it, you cut, you weigh, you throw them thing, you take the trays out. It is amazing the work that goes on. When you take a slice of bread, it is a lot of work that man put into it. I mean, like real bread, not Wonder Bread. I'm talking about.
Nice.
There's a difference. You know what I mean? There's a lot of work that goes into that. Believe it or not, it really is.
No, well, my father owned a pizzeria, and little quick story. My father, we were a family of 5, and for a whole year, he knew he was going to be struggling. And he went ahead and applied for Domino's Pizza. I know Domino's ain't real pizza. I got it, motherfucker.
It's ketchup, motherfucker, on bread.
It's ketchup on bread on the fucking Wonder Bread. I got it. But anyways, he started off a delivery boy, and this was a grown-ass man. He was in his mid-30s, delivering pizzas with a family of 5. And then he started making the pizzas, became assistant manager, and then became manager of that Domino's, and then quit a year later. He was purposely learning how the pizzeria business worked. And then what he did, he got a small business loan, opened up a Hungry Howie's, and it was over from then. And I saw this as a fucking child, my father hustling to fucking become something better. You know, no one gave him shit, man. He was an immigrant from Cuba, all right? This dude wasn't given shit, but he was a hustler, and that's where I got all my fucking I guess my hard work ethic. And one thing he told me that, you know, I will never forget. He said, "John, remember this. While you're sleeping, there is someone out there in the world trying to come after your job, regardless. You are not competing against motherfuckers in your city, in your high school, in your town, in your state, in the United States. It is a worldwide competition, motherfuckers, alright? Realize that."
It's the damn truth, man. You couldn't have said it better.
You know, it's just, and you know, nowadays a lot of people think that a degree is enough. Now, a degree is essential, okay? You need to get some kind of a college education, but it takes more than that, because every motherfucker, there are hundreds of thousands of people graduate
that have it. And real quick, going back to your point about your father being an immigrant from Cuba. See, my father was an immigrant from Italy, and he came here when he was 32 years old. He didn't feed off the system. He came here and he worked. He didn't just say, "Oh, let me get some type of, you know, assistance or something like that," or whatever people do. I'm not saying everybody from these other countries come here and they freeload off America, but a lot of them do, believe it or not. And what I'm trying to say is that just because, like you said, your father was an immigrant, my father was an immigrant, they didn't come to America to freeload. They came here to make a better life because their countries didn't provide that for them. And when he came here, he gave all he could and still will. I mean, he can't really work anymore because of his problem, but he dedicated himself to providing to his family and not freeloading off America what they can provide you.
You know, and that's funny you bring that up, because one of my wife's friends in the dental field, she brings in the money. My wife's friend is a dental hygienist, and her husband, what he does during the summertime here in Michigan, he does some lawn work, does some garden work, and then in the wintertime, he collects unemployment, and he's been doing that for years, leeching off the fucking system, finding the loopholes. And the funny thing is, during the wintertime, all he does is go hunting and ice fishing while his wife is out busting her ass with a goddamn dental hygienist goddamn fucking degree, while he's sitting at home and he regulates all the cash flow. How the fuck does that work?
Motherfucker got her trained or something. That's fucking beautiful.
I'm about to beat a bitch right now. That shit pisses me off, man.
Like a bitch, what the hell's your problem? Give me your number. I'll call up and tell her what's up.
You know, but above all, man, yeah, I'm 100% Hispanic, and my mom was Colombian immigrant, and my father was Cuban immigrant. But above all, I'm an American, man. I love this country, man. You know, I would never fly any flag except the American flag, man. This country is great. You motherfuckers need to realize you live in a great fucking country. And I know I have subs from, you know, overseas and all that, but you know what? I'm proud to be a goddamn fucking American, all right?
It's true. I always say I'm American born. I got Italian blood, but I respect this country more than any other country in the world. This is where I was given the opportunity. I can go out and do what I want to do to provide for me and whoever else needs to do that. You can't do that in other countries. This is America. This is the best there is, man. Bottom line.
Okay, so with that being said, guys, you know, we're coming up here almost 10 minutes. So, you know what? Hey, you got anything to say, Chiz, before we end this?
I just say take notice of what we're saying, because, you know, it's not always about trying to make you laugh and, you know, fuck this and fuck that. It's actually trying to let you, the younger ones that are out there watching, it's just simple. You got a lot of young followers, middle age, whatever. Yep. Just understand what we're saying, because we're trying to tell you we're going through it. We know, and we saw what our parents did. So you have to earn it and bust your ass to get what you got to get, man. That's pretty much it.
Fucking well said, man. Look, hey, I'm not going to give you my stupid remedial fucking outro, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys are even listening to the end of this shit. But you know what, guys? Earn your shit. You don't deserve shit. Earn it. Go out there and hustle and get after it, all right? That's all I got to say, man. Hey, take care. Peace.
Later.
was world class, gentlemen.